What's going on, the Winners Win podcast? Your boy Loso 2.0, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a gratitude exercise. Now, before I get started with that stuff, just some housekeeping things, man. Like this video, share it, subscribe to the Winners Win channel. If you're listening to us on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review and leave a review below so I can figure out how I can better serve you. Now, we're going to talk about a gratitude exercise, right? So now, what is gratitude, right? Gratitude is, and I like to look at it in a sense as this, and I say this all the time in a lot of my videos: you can't figure out where you're going until you remember where you came from. You just can't, because history repeats itself, right? That's why you go out there, you fail, you have to learn from your mistakes in order to get to the next level. But if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're just going to be settled in you're going to be in the same thing process going over and over again. And that's called insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. That is literally impossible. So what I want you to do right now is actually show you guys exercise in order to start showing gratitude, because it is proven, it is scientifically proven that people who show gratitude for their goals and the things that they accomplish end up making it further than those who do not. And that actually makes sense if you come to think about it, because the people who show gratitude are the ones who are constantly, excited for how far they came. They're appreciative of how far they came. And now they can look back and see the progress that is being made. So now time to talk about the gratitude exercise. Okay, so the first step of the gratitude exercise is to write down 10 things that you are grateful for. So what are 10 things that you are grateful for? And it's funny because I do this exercise at the end of every single month, where I literally write down everything. I'm do more than 10 things, but I write down every single thing that I'm grateful for. That's why the finale episode for every single season that I do, as far as the Winners Win podcast, ends up being me just going over the end of the month results and what I achieved throughout the entire month. So I want you really to write down 10 things that you are grateful for, right? 10 things that you feel like you achieved in the last month, right? If I could think 10 things I'm grateful for right now off the top of my head, right? I'm grateful for the Most High. I'm grateful literally for the Most High, right? Because without him, you know what I mean? Or without the study of him, I wouldn't even be to where I am today, right? I would not understand the basic principles of life, right? So that's why I'm grateful for the Most High, right? I'm grateful for my wife, because without her pushing me in certain ways, I would not become the man that I am today. She's pushed me in certain ways that helped me to become the man I am today. And that's why I had to put a ring on it. Now, the second thing, right, the third thing that I'm grateful for, right, is I'm grateful for basketball, because basketball allowed me to meet some of my closest friends that I have today. And it also allowed me to then be able to, have so many stories to tell you guys in order to make this stuff make sense, especially because I have a lot of athletes that watch my stuff, right? The fourth thing that I'm grateful for, right, is I am grateful for books. I'm grateful for my library, man. That library that I have right there is teaching me things that I would not have learned on my own, right? It's teaching me how to literally achieve things that I haven't. I see my rabbit over there trying to grab the water, get the water out there. You got it, girl. You got it. You know what I mean? So the fifth thing that I'm grateful for, right, is I am grateful for my business. I'm grateful for those winners wins. I'm grateful that I got clarity for it, right? I guess that's 6 things, right? I'm grateful for the clarity that I got for it, because I've been through so many things, so many different hats, so many different trials and errors, and then now gave me to the point where I am right now, where I literally enjoy and I love doing what I do. Literally, I've been doing it for a year straight, posting content almost on a daily basis, and have not been getting paid for it. That is okay for me. Posting content on a daily basis, some people haven't even been listening to it, right? So I'm grateful for that, right? Another thing that I'm grateful for, right? Seventh thing I'm grateful for, right? So it's crazy, because it seems like it's so many things that I could say, not enough, right? But I'm grateful for my family, right? I'm grateful for my family because, they are my family, honestly, right? Like, I love them more than anything. I'm grateful for the problems that I went through too. I'm grateful for that, right? I'm grateful for the problems, because the problems helped me solve them more in order to, be the person I am today as well. Like, everything has happened for a reason. And to be honest with you, it's so many more things I'm grateful for. But you got to keep writing down the 10 things that you were absolutely grateful for. And then the next step, right, is to be quiet for 5 minutes and ask for guidance. Can you sit still and actually ask for guidance? Okay, so now let's run it back, right? I want you to try this gratitude exercise. I want you to sit there and literally write down 10 things that you are grateful for. And following that, write down the 10 things you're grateful for. I don't care what it is that you are, but really sit back and think what you're grateful for. How many times do you actually sit there and think about what you're grateful for? You don't. You just keep going each and every day, the constant grind, without even trying to look back to where you came from and what you achieved. You achieved a lot, but you're not even celebrating the small wins. You don't need nobody else to celebrate your wins. You don't need nobody else to give you a pat on the back and tell you good job. You tell yourself a good job. Just like when stuff happens, you hold yourself accountable. You don't need nobody else to do that. Man, one of my mentors, Pastor Charles, told me no one can ever be down on him as much as he's down on himself. So you have to keep that same energy for your wins too. You have to be grateful for things that you achieve. No one else can do that. No one else can be more grateful than you. Right? And then after you write down these 10 things, like I said, be quiet for 5 minutes and just ask for guidance. Meditate on it. Meditate on the things that you're grateful for. Meditate on what you achieved so far. Literally sit there and meditate on it and really think about how far you've came. Right? And ask for guidance on where it's taking you in the future. And then the last thing is to send love to 3 people that are bothering you. If you can get over that stuff, you can get over anything. That's why I look at it. Because you know how when someone really gets under your skin, you get so upset about them and what they say, right? Like it really just pisses you off. Send love to them. Send love to these people and let them know that they're really not bothering you, right? You can't let them have that much control over you and what you do. You can't. Because then it will be that constant cycle of, you just so focused on them that you start losing. And then when you lose, you start using that as an excuse to why you're losing. You ain't losing because nobody else because of you, but you. And just like you ain't winning from nobody else but you too as well. So really sit there and think about that, right? So that's really all I have for you guys today, man. Just try that gratitude exercise. I want you guys to comment below what you got from that gratitude exercise, right? I want you to, like I said, subscribe to this channel. You listen to any type of podcast platform. Leave a review below, 5-star review, and figure out a review so I can write a review of it down so I can figure out how I can better serve you, right? I want you guys to keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.